Hey guys, thanks for watching. Pretty much what I want to talk about today is some of the stuff that I bought at the gun show. This is kind of like an overdue video. So one of the main things that I went to the gun show is to buy ammo, and I ended up buying 1,000 rounds of Winchester Black Box 22 long rifle. It's 1,000 rounds, and I ended up paying about, I want to say it's about $70 for 1,000 rounds, which was the cheapest, because mostly everybody was selling 500 rounds for $50, and here I got 1,000 rounds for $70. So it was a pretty good deal. And there was they had another 1,000 round black box, but I didn't want to spend that much on 22 because there was other stuff that I was looking for. The other thing that I went in there for looking for is this is my GTL 21, my Glock Tactical Light, and it goes on my Glock 22. And I was looking for the light bulb and also for a new lens because this was kind of foggy. This light I bought at actually I bought this used off some ad on Facebook. So yeah, so I didn't find the little light bulb. I haven't checked Glock website, which I'll probably do that here in the next few days, see if I can find the little light bulb. What else? I went in there looking for a Mosin Nagant. Did find a few, but they were overpriced for what they were, especially for being beat up. So I didn't buy anything from as far as Mosin. And then pretty much I just went there to look around. Bought a straight razor right here. This is gonna go in my buggle bag. So you guys know me. I'm one of those people that if I'm gonna have one thing, it better do more than one job. And the razor that I had in my kit, my hygiene kit, is pretty much non-reusable. I mean, once you use it, you can use it a few more times, but the more time you soak it in water, it's gonna get more what's the word I'm looking for? Rusted. You know how you leave a razor sitting in next to the sink and then it kind of rusts a little bit. So with this, as long as I take good care of it, it's gonna last me a while. And believe it or not, I paid about, this is a Krieger. I don't think you guys can see that, Kriegar, and I paid $15 for this. So I was looking for a strap so I can sharpen this, and there's a gas station next to work that sells a lot of knives and prep items and stuff like that, water filtration and some books on identifying edible wild plants and stuff like that. And they had the same one, literally the same one, for $75. So after that, and they did have a leather strap for sale, and they wanted $40 for it. So I just probably go online and check eBay out and see if I can find a leather strap, something nice and portable that I can sharp this with. It is really sharp though, because I already shaved my arm hair. I wonder if you guys can hear that. Yeah, it's really sharp. So this is another thing I bought. I was actually looking for buying a straight razor. Let's see what else. I was in there looking to buy Glock magazines for my Glock 22 and Glock 17, and also I was actually wanting to buy a Glock, a conversion barrel for the Glock 22. Sorry guys, I gotta turn this crap off. And they didn't have the barrel, so I was actually wanting to also buy a kind of like a 30-some round magazine for my Glock 22, but they did not have any. They did have the Korean version, but I'm looking for factory. I've had bad experiences with buying Korean Glock magazines, and I'd rather stick to factory. And I heard that they're coming out with either a 30-some round or a 50-round magazine for the Glock 22. I'm not sure if that's true. I asked one of the ladies there, and she's saying that it's going to be coming out this year. So, not sure if that's true or not. What else? And pretty much looked at pretty much everything else: bug-out bags and flashlights and knives and first aid kit and ammo. They had a little bit of everything. As far as bug-out bags, they had clothing. There's a bunch of I was gonna buy a wool blanket, but then I was like, yeah. And then they also had like a self-inflating pad, which was really lightweight, and kind of kicked myself for not buying that because I really need a sleeping pad. I also was looking for buying animal traps. I was looking for some Conibear 110s, and some cleaning kits, like a boar snake. I need 2 of them actually just one. But anyways, there's a lot of stuff that I needed to buy, but at the end I was just buying what I really needed, not what I wanted, because there's a big difference when I buy my stuff, whether it's do I need it or do I want it, or is it both. So for example, this headlamp, which I'm about to do a follow-up video on that here soon, and I was walking around and I had seen one of these on a table. There's a bunch of these, and I have seen these before. If you guys don't know what these are reusable hand warmers. I cannot for the life of me find a video on YouTube of who did the first video on these. I'm not sure if it was Not in Fancy or Sensible Prepper or Prepare Mind 101. It was one of them, or at least I think it was one of them. But anyways, and I cannot remember the manufacturer, I want to say, that makes these. But I want to talk about a little bit about these, because you should be kind of beware of what you're buying. So again, these are reusable hand warmers, or at least these are. This is more for like your back, your leg, the back of your neck, your shoulder. They also sold one similar to, a much bigger one. It was a 3-section. It was imagine this being twice as long, and then it had one over here, and then it had one in the middle, and then it had one on the end, and that actually went on your back, or on your neck, sorry. So what you did is that this one would lay on your right shoulder, this one would lay on the back, on your back, the back of your neck, and then the back of your head, and the other one would lay on your other shoulder, which I like. So again, I don't know who makes these. I know that she gave me her business card, but I lost it. Anyways, be careful when you buy these, because there's a lot of crappy brands out there, or mimic brands or cheap brands. Let me give you guys an example, which I just closed them out. Alright, Hotspots is one. Easy Hand Warmer is another one. I can't remember the other one. There's some Chinese or Japanese version of these. But the main reason you want to be careful though is because, alright, so how these work is it has a little coin in there. I think it's made out of zinc or something like that, and then once you press it, the liquid turns into a solid, right now it's at room temperature, and these are supposed to get up to 130 degrees hot. So I'm gonna show you guys this one. I'm not gonna do the big one, and I'll show you, and I'll explain to you guys here in a second. So what you do is, again, it's kind of like a cat, like a little cap. It'll pop if you do this. Look, click, 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 click. So, and again, these are reusable. All you do is, I'm trying to get it in the middle, that way I can show you guys better. So there it is. I'm gonna pop it towards me. Oh, I already did. And it's really hot right now. Oh yeah, nice and warm and comfy. There it is. And technically it's supposed to turn, you know, into a liquid, or I'm sorry, into a solid, like a nice solid piece of block. So I'm gonna do another one just for shits and giggles. Again, we're just gonna pop this. I'm just gonna show you. Alright, so this is kind of more like liquidish. This is more like the solid. It's actually supposed to be a lot more harder than what it is right now. I think the reason why they're not getting hard is because I just got done boiling these. Am I missing one? That's over here. So anywho, they're supposed to get up to 130 degrees warm, and oh my god. I'm gonna put this inside my shirt. Oh. So again, once you pop that, it turns from a liquid to a solid, which somewhat solid, and it gets hot, really hot. And again, I can't remember what channel I saw this on. For the life of me, I cannot remember the name of the manufacturer. But you know, be real careful, because once you do this, you know, you gotta boil these little packs, and then they turn back into a liquid. Usually, depending on how hot the water is, it's kind of burning my skin now. Just depending on how hot the water is, it's going to determine how fast they turn from a solid into a liquid. What else? Oh, so according to my biggest concern with this was that this is made out of plastic, right? And what happens when you put plastic, or what happens when plastic touches metal, right? Plastic melts. So that was my biggest concern, is, you know, is the plastic gonna melt? Let's say I put one of these in a pot of boiling water. Is this gonna melt if it touches the bottom of the pot, or if it touches the side? And according to the lady, as long as it's a non-stick, you know, pot, it will not, you know, the plastic will not stick to it or melt into it. So that's one thing. I'm not sure if stainless, you know, like a stainless steel pot or some other pot made of some other material will work. I do have a non-stick pot, and I fill it up with water almost to the top. Put one of them in there, just one, to kind of test it and make sure that, you know, this thing doesn't melt if it touches the pot or the bottom or whatever, and it did not. So then I put the other ones in there. Oh man, they're so nice and warm. So the other thing that you can do, which I've seen this on YouTube, is you can get a towel, just a regular kitchen towel, soak it in the water, and and then put it inside the pot or pan or whatever, and then fill it up with water, and then these can sit on top of the towel like so, and then it'll just as long as the towel is not hanging out on the side, because it's gonna burn the towel, just be real careful. So the main purpose I bought these for is for my buggle bag. I was gonna say something, but I forgot. Now the price, that's what I was gonna talk about. Four of them for, I want to say it was like $20, but then she gave me an extra free, so I got one free. This one was like $20 or something, and I paid $10 for this one. So the that same night that I bought these, because my parents keep it really hot inside, and I think I shot a video on my cell phone. I'm not sure if I did or not. I think I did. I have to look it up. Anyways, once I that same day when I went to the gun show, my parents keep the inside of the house really hot. It was probably around 55 degrees outside, and it was probably 9-10 o'clock at night. So I figured, well, why not just sleep on the RV? So I took 2 big, thick blankets, and I didn't have my flashlight, so I ended up using my, Glock tactical light, to kind of point around. But don't worry, the gun was, I didn't have nothing in the chamber, so it was okay. So anyways, so I ended up using these that night, because it got really chilly. It's probably around mid-30s, low 30s. So I was sleeping inside the RV with a thick blanket, and there was chill spots where I was getting cold. So I put one of these, 2 of these actually, on my my socks, and then the other 3 I stuck them inside my shirt, and then that kept me warm for a good probably 2 hours. So then after that, they kind of dissipated the heat and whatnot. So then I pulled out the big boy, and this one kept me warm for at least the same amount of time, 2 hours. Now these, I believe they last for, I think she said it's about 20 minutes maybe. Me personally, depending on where depending where you're at, they might last longer. I think they might, to me, it's probably around 20 minutes, 25 minutes. But again, if you're outside and they're just laying there in the cold weather, then yeah, it's gonna not last as long, because the cold weather's taking the heat away. But if you pop it, right, and then you put it inside your gloves, inside your shirt, inside your jacket, inside your socks, then it's gonna keep you warm, because the only other thing taking the heat away is your body heat. So they last a little bit longer. This one though, I think she said it lasts about 45 minutes, which is about right. But me, given the circumstance that night, I ended up using this inside the RV, and I stuck it inside my blanket, and I was actually laying on top of this, well, I wasn't laying on top of it, I was laying next to it. It was sitting like right on my chest, because I was sleeping sideways, and this kept the inside of the blanket and the inside of everything nice and warm. So these actually kept me warm throughout the night. These are actually still warm, really warm. And I don't know how long it's been, maybe 10 minutes. So anyways, be careful when you buy these. Oh, the one thing that I don't want to do it just 'cause I'm not going to do it, but you just have to take my word for it. So when I was looking at these, she said, hey, you know what these are? It's like, yeah, I kind of seen a YouTube video on it. It's like, oh, okay, cool. So I wonder if I can pop this again. Anywho, she had a ring, and she kind of it was a really sharp ring too. She cut one of the corners, and you can see the plastic. I'll use this one. You can see the plastic just pull, like really pull, and it didn't pop a hole on it. So I was really amazed by that. She just cut her ring, she pulled on it, and the plastic stretched, and it didn't pop a hole on it. So I know I needed to buy one of these. So again, depending on where you buy these, I'm pretty sure you can get them cheap online now, but for $20, I got an extra one for free. This one was like, I don't know what I said. But again, be careful when you buy these, just because there's a lot of imitation ones. I know there's like a Chinese one, and there's other ones like different shapes, like one's a heart, one's like a little circle. But again, you gotta be careful, because not just of, I mean, they're all pretty much the same. It's just, I can't remember what she said the liquid was. It was like, I can't remember what she said the liquid was. It was something simple, like you can actually make these yourselves. And then that is like a zinc point or whatever. But the plastic is what really makes it, better. Because if you buy some off-brand, then you're probably gonna get, like a little Ziploc bag thing, and once you put a hole in it, it's just gonna leak and be useless. So these though seem very good. I was really impressed with the thing she did with the ring, where she actually, like I said, got a piece of the plastic and pulled it really far, and it just went back to its place and didn't leak, didn't pop a hole, nothing. These are still warm. That's it, guys. These are some of the things I got at the gun show. If you guys do find a video on this one, it's not the what's it called, the easy heat. It's not the what's the other one? The heat wave is another brand that I've seen, and then the I can't remember the other one. But that's it. These are going in my buggle bag. These are really great. For example, if you're making a shelter, and you're, either sleeping on top of leaves or pine needles or whatever, and all you have is a blanket, then you can stick these, like 2 on your feet and then 2 on your gloves and 1 on your head, or you can stick these, in your core body area, which would be your chest, to keep your core body warm, so you don't suffer from hypothermia. So these things are amazing. As far as the weight, I'm not sure how much they weigh. They're not that heavy though. I mean, yeah, they're not that heavy. This one is though. Again, not sure how heavy it is. It's gotta say at least a quarter. I don't know. It's not even a pound. Just a few ounces. It's just liquid and plastic. But these actually work really great for buggle bags. Put these in your gloves, one inside your top of your head, by your hat. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching.